So you have a mag loop here. Why don't you tell us about that, Jeri?
So I put this mag loop together for field day this year. It was the night before. I'm like, I want to do something more than just show up at field day and operate. I want to do something educational. So Amy and I ran off to Home Depot. We grabbed just stuff from the home supply store, just random copper pieces, and fortunately I had some Jennings and Comet vacuum variable capacitors. But
just happen to have some.
You know, you got to acquire these things along the way. That's when you see them at Handfest and other places. Actually, one of them comes from a good friend that works at a company that does plasma etchers for the semiconductor company, and when they service them, they take them out of service, and so I'm constantly scavenging those. But yeah, so we whipped this together for 40 meters, tuned it up manually by hand, so the vacuum capacitor down here, you have to you have to turn it to get it resonant on the particular frequency you want to receive or broadcast. I love mag loops. They're pretty interesting. For really low frequencies, they actually perform very well.
So it's just about 4 feet on a side?
Yeah, it's 4 feet on a side. It has just your standard copper fittings. I didn't want to solder it together, which would probably be the right thing to do to lower the resistance.
Right, you really want
resistance is your enemy in a mag loop. You want lots of current flowing, but actually it performs fairly well. We've been doing some whisper side-by-side tests with, Amy picked up a DX Engineering loaded whip antenna, and we tuned it into 40 meters just to have a side-by-side to see how they perform. You know, if I had my choice between a dipole at 40 meters up way in the air or a mag loop, I'd probably take the dipole.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff I do at home for 80 and 160, I can't get a dipole high enough in the air, so I take a mag loop every day over that.
And what's up on the roof?
This is our satellite tracking antenna. So this is a pretty interesting unit that comes from Portable Rotator. So it's a 12-volt rotator that will through software control, track satellites and help you, keep them in sight. Amy and I were trying to do satellite with the long arrow. There's the longer one. It was so heavy, for 10 minutes I couldn't hold it in the air. Yeah. So we got this in hopes of contacting some of the new satellites, and turns out lots of software issues. Windows likes to crash in the middle of tracking, and it likes to wind itself up around the cables and stuff. So we've been struggling here at Quartzfest with mostly software issues with the tracking system. A guy came over with his stubby arrow antenna and handheld me through making my first contact on one of the new Fox satellites, the one that just went up a month or two ago.
Oh, very good.
That was exciting.
Oh, yeah, AO91.
Yeah.
AO91, yeah.
I have such mic fright. Even a year and a half into this hobby, my hand was shaking while we were doing it. And satellite exchanges are even more frantic and fast-paced.
Yeah.
So luckily he was there, and I can't remember his call sign, but urged me to actually do it and told me what the exchange was supposed to be and baby fed it to me. So
cool. Well, let's look at your solar that you're powering your RV with.
All right.
Yeah. So am I on now?
You're on.
Okay, so we picked up a what's called a suitcase solar system. So it folds up and is easy to transport. It's about 200 watts. And we were using it actually just to charge up the LiFePO 4 battery that we have on board. But then it was doing so well with that, and our solar on the roof of the RV is only about 100 watts, and because you can't tip them, you're not getting the best angle with the sun in order to get the full capacity out of it. So we decided, well, let's go on ahead and hook it into our coach batteries here. It is charging them almost full within hours of hooking it up. This thing works brilliantly.
Because you have, what, 4 6-volt?
Yeah, we have 4 6-volts in there, so, basically 2 12-volt banks together, and I think we have about 464 amp hours of battery power on board. And these are fresh batteries. We actually just got these right before Quartzfest.
Oh,
so
okay.
found a fantastic battery place in San Jose. All they do is battery stuff. So, you know, if you need battery things, I think it's Battery Systems is the company. They gave us a screaming deal on those things and the LifePo 4 battery.
Wow.
Yeah, good company.
Cool.
So yeah, there you go. So for field day, while Jeri was building her portable mag loop antenna, I decided I wanted to do a simple tape measure foxhunt antenna. These are pretty easy to build. There's plans for them all over the place online. So you know, if you want to build one, it's just look it up on Google. You'll be able to find it. Pretty easy to do. You can get some cheap tape measure from Harbor Freight, which is what
free.
Almost free, yeah. That's
free
no,
with a
that's right.
coupon.
That's right. If you have the coupon for it, you can end up getting it for free.
Go in and buy a 99-cent something and get a free tape measure for your antenna.
I haven't done an offset attenuator for this yet, but that's in the works. We had a little visit from Gordo last night, so I never got around to putting it together. But it worked brilliantly. So we just, I would just tune my little Kenwood transceiver handheld.
Yeah.
Tune it up a little bit or a little bit down as I got closer to the signal. Worked great. Really helped me nail those little foxhunt transmitters.
And the improvement that you've done, which I've never seen before,
a little
nice
ergonomic
little
handle to make it easier to carry around. Yeah. So
that's cool. Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So on the way to Quartzfest, I wanted to get a lot of grid squares, so I was knocking off grid squares like crazy.
Are you doing the ARRL grid thing for the year?
Yeah. You better watch out. I'm going for it.
Go.
So I wanted to maximize my grid squares while we're driving. So we put in, what is this?
FT857?
857 HF and VHF transceiver. So that lives under the seat on a nice little wood platform with all the car stereo stuff. We have a computer up in the mom's attic in the top of the RV. That's all the wires fed down through here and comes up. We use a wireless keyboard. We can do FT8 the whole way. So I picked up tons and tons of contacts as we were driving. We have the ATAS 120 antenna in the front. So I started off on 20 and moved to 40. And when the gray line came along, and man, I was New Zealand, Japan, and East Coast. It was really performing well.
Well, they say the bands are dead, but
no,
you have to get on.
Yeah.
And make some noise, and people come back to you.
Whoops.
Whoops, crash bang.
Sorry I broke your rig, Amy.
No.
Amy made this really nice Panavice mount for it in brackets, so it holds the mic on the back, the front panel of the radio, and then this little computer screen monitor. And then one little turn, and then you can just position it wherever you need.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We're trying to get our amateur logic.
So hang on. I'm thinking you have some idea how to operate a camera.
And now look what they're doing.
There's gold.
They're gold in
There's
these
gold
hills.
in this here wash.
Oh, cool.
And we're gonna find it.
You're gonna find it.
We've got a great teacher over there,
You got Marilyn
Marilyn.
behind me. Yes.
Yeah, it's all ours.
It's all yours. You get rich.
That's right.
Oh, you won't have to work. You just be able to play on your project.
Because I'm so sure we'll find at least an ounce.
At least an ounce.
And at least an ounce, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.